Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, I know I haven't talked about it in quite a few months actually. So, I'm here to talk about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. The new Generation 8 Pokemon games that are literally coming out within 5 days. So, why have I been so quiet on these games for the last few weeks? Well, for the last few months, I should say. Well, I will say, as far as I remember, the last Pokemon Sword and Shield video I ever made was discussing that mystery Pokemon that was shown on the Pokemon website, which happened to be Sirfetch'd, as a lot of people did predict. So why have I now all of a sudden decided to talk about these games, despite that I've been so quiet about them over the last few months? Well, I mean, I have been thinking long and hard about which versions I want to play. Sorry if my hair's all messy. I have been pretty dead set on what versions I have been wanting to play for Sword and Shield, and because I'm going to be getting it on the day it comes out, I do apologize for my light because apparently like the brightness is coming through the screen. My cat's sleeping on my bed, as you guys, and my cat is sleeping on the bed, so I have to be in the center of my bed instead of on the very corner of my bed, normally where I would record. But I'm in the center of it. Look, you guys don't care about that. You just want to hear you just want to hear me talk about Pokemon. So, outside of the leaks, I'm not gonna, say anything about the leaks because I did see those leaks and they all got taken down by YouTubers because apparently Nintendo were not too pleased. Not too pleased with a lot of people doing that, and I actually originally was going to make a video talking about those leaks. When the whole Pokédex was actually revealed to us, I was actually really thinking about actually making a video about that until that thing happened. Until a Pokemon YouTuber, I'm not going to mention his name, he got a copyright strike, and then everybody had to take their videos down because Nintendo was throwing out copyright strikes to people that had these leaks. That's when I chose not to do the video. So that's why I'm going to be making this video here. I'm going to be talking about which Pokemon version I am deciding to go to pick up first. Now, I'm going to give you guys some examples. My Pokemon games are up here, so I'm going to be going ahead and get them right now. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my camera over here and lift the camera up here. Because you know what? I want you guys to see me go get the games. Because, I'm not that type of person just to, leave people in the dark. So let me grab X and Y. Put those there, and every other game up the back should be a Pokemon game. Yeah, there we go. These are all 3DS games. There are like 2 DS ones up there, but I don't have all the DS ones here with me at this time. So, what I'm here to talk about is basically versions. Versions are what versions of the games do I pick up first. So let's talk about X and Y here. First. I'm so confused. This is my left hand, but when I look at the camera, it's on the other side. But yeah, here is Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon Y was not the first game I got. It was this one. Now, why is this important to you? Well, the reason is because I always tend to go for the first game. When I look at these games, I know these are exactly the same games, X and Y. I know these are the exact same games. But when I look at it, it's more like this, right? X, that's Y, Patrick. X and Y. X first, Y second. So, basically what I'm trying to say is that I always get the first game first, which is Pokemon X. So Pokemon X comes first, and then Pokemon Y. I basically look at Pokemon Y as a secondary game. Let's use Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as the next example. Let's use these two as the next example. Ruby, Sapphire. Ruby comes first, and then Sapphire. So I look at Ruby as the first game, Sapphire as the second game. So I put Omega Ruby first, and then Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. So that's that. Next, we're going to be talking about Sun and Moon. What do you guys think was the first game that I got? Pokemon Sun, and then I got Pokemon Moon. And then, lastly, the last 3DS games of the series is Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun I got first. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that when I buy these games, I always go in order. I always tend to go in a specific order. I always tend to buy the first game first. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I know that may sound confusing to a lot of people because some people may say, well, you know, they're technically the same games. But I look at them as game 1 and game 2. So, what's the point of this video? What are you trying to tell us, Patrick? Well, I'm here to announce that you know how I use these as the examples of me buying the first game, which is X, and second game Y, and then I basically reveal that X is my first game I got. Well, I'm here to let everybody know that my original plan is that I was going to be getting Pokemon Sword first. But when the leaks came out, now I'm not going to spoil anything about the leaks. I'm not going to mention anything about the leaks. Because I want to get them out of my brain. Because I want to completely forget about those leaks. I want to completely forget about those leaks. I want to pretend that they never happened. So in that way I can be very surprised when I play the game. So, I'm going to be announcing to you guys that I'm going to be getting Pokemon Shield first and not Pokemon Sword. So from my logic here with my hand gestures here, since X is first and Y is second, so for Sword and Shield I will be doing this. Putting the second game first ahead of the first game. Now again, I know this may be very confusing to a lot of people. But when there are two versions of a game, I look at one version as version 1 and the second version as version 2. I think you people know where I'm going with this. So I look at Pokemon Sword as version 1 of the Galar region and Pokemon Shield as the second version of Galar region. But Patrick, there have been third games. There have been third games. Yeah. I know, like Pokemon Emerald, like Pokemon Platinum, and even Pokemon Crystal. Yes, I will agree that there have been third games, which they are basically which they can be a bit different to Ruby and Sapphire, and even to Gold and Silver, and all those other ones. And yes, Black and White got 2 extra games as well, Black 2 and White 2. But yeah, I know it's confusing for me to tell you, but yeah, I'm going to be getting Pokemon Shield first. What about the starters? What starter am I going to be getting first? Well, I'm Team Grookey. Well, I'm Team Grookey, so I'm going to be getting Grookey for on Pokemon Shield. And when the first game I buy, that's going to be my main game. So surprisingly, for the first time ever, the second version is going to be my main game. Because every single Pokemon year, every single year when a Pokemon game comes out, I always buy the first version. Now, when I was little, we did have yellow, red, and blue. Now, I didn't buy any of these. My parents bought us these like when we were when we were just tiny. So I can't really include them. My game was gold because my brother had silver and I had no game to play, so they bought me gold. So I consider gold as my first game, which it goes gold and silver. So gold was version 1 and silver was version 2. So yeah, I've always gone for the first versions like gold, ruby, diamond. Well, I did want white first, but because they had no copies when the games came out, like all the white copies got sold out, I had to get black. So technically, Pokemon White was actually going to be the first game where I would pick version 2 over version 1. You guys aren't getting me, aren't you? I can probably tell you, so I'm confused. Black 2 and White 2, same thing. Got Black 2 first because Zekrom was on Black 2. Yeah, X and Y. X is version 1, Y is version 2. If you guys are understanding where I'm coming from, then that's great. But if you guys don't understand why I'm saying version 1 and version 2, then, well, that's I'm sorry. It's really hard for me to explain it. Like I said, when I see two versions, like, again, when I look at these two versions, here, X is version 1. I look at, this is version 1, and this is version 2. So this is like game 1, and this is game 2. You get what I'm saying? Because there's two legendaries on here. This game has this legendary, and this game has this legendary. So you see the two differences. I look at them as completely two different games. Sure, they may be the same in concept, but to me, I think they are completely two different games. So, every year I have always bought the version 1. Even Let's Go. Even Let's Go. I got Let's Go Pikachu. And normally, every year, I buy both versions. Except for Black 2 and White 2. Those were like the only games that I never bought both versions. And Let's Go is also on that list. I never got Let's Go Eevee. I bought both. I only got Let's Go Pikachu. So Sword and Shield, I'm definitely going to be getting both versions. But Pokemon Shield is going to be my main game. So Grookey is going to be my starter for Pokemon Shield. Some of you may be wondering, well, what's going to be my starter when I get Pokemon Sword? Well, I'm choosing either Sobble or Scorbunny, obviously, because I can't choose Grookey again. You know, maybe I will go Scorbunny. Maybe I'll go Scorbunny, because I think Sobble's probably may end up being the worst one of them all. A lot of people are going to say it's going to be Grookey, but I think Sobble is going to be the worst one of them all. But we'll soon see and find out. So, yeah, this is a bit of a long video, a bit of a rambly video. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys know Pokemon Shield is going to be the first game I'm going to be buying, and then Pokemon Sword will be second. So this will be the first time I'll be buying the second game instead of the first one. I know, this is very confusing for me to explain, but that's all I can give for you guys. That's all I can give, and hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So, thank you all so much for joining me for this video. I really hope you guys understood where I was talking about in this video, version 1 and version 2. I'm going to be buying Pokemon Shield first, and my starter is going to be Grookey. So I hope you guys like my decision. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy this video. And will I record Pokemon Sword and Shield content on this channel? Most likely not, because I can't live stream, because I don't have like any equipment to live stream. On my Switch, I'll definitely play it in my own time, and I'll definitely give out my review of the game when I'm done. So again, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Comment your opinions down below on my choice of my first game I'm going to be buying and my starter. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next video. See you later.